in this part, we look at intrapreneurship. So you are probably more familiar with the term entrepreneurship, but here we mention intrapreneurship. So let's try and make the difference clear between the two terms. From an entrepreneurship perspective, this is a person or entity or organization who recognizes and takes advantage of a chance to introduce a new product or service to a particular market. So identifies maybe a need and is willing to then look at satisfying that need in the market by developing a product or service. Entrepreneurs have a kind of an idea or concept for a product, but probably more importantly are then willing to take risks to transform it into a business. So that's what you would normally consider to be an entrepreneur. They've identified a possible need for a product or service that would sell in the market and then are willing to actually make it happen and take the risk that goes with it. Intrapreneurship, similar, but because you're applying similar principles, but you're doing it within an organization. So this involves employees looking to generate new innovative ideas and take risks to expand their organization. And that could be things that you use internally, or it could be things that you are thinking about for your own organization's customers, but it's establishing this innovative way of thinking inside the organization, so as you don't lose that as an organization. And again, from a leadership point of view, it's good to establish and develop that way of thinking internally. So how do we encourage intrapreneurship? We'd like to think we could develop a culture where innovation is valued and rewarded. So where people feel that actually I will be recognized and I will be supported if I come up with new ideas and new improvements within the organization. Create a culture where employees are encouraged to explore. So actually there's a proactive stance where employees within an organization are really encouraged to think about what they do, think about how things work within the organization, and see how things could be improved and new ideas could be implemented. Even better would be to allocate funds to the development of new ideas. That shows that the organization is really putting the cash on the table to support this new idea generation. And promote an open door policy so employees feel they can share their ideas. So again, that's a very, supportive environment. So if you come up with an idea and you are shut down, that's not, you probably won't. If you came up with an idea and you went to see your manager and your manager said, don't bother me with this, just get on with your work, the chances are you would be then feel a little bit demotivated, and you would think, right, I am not going to suggest any new ideas in the future. So that's this open door policy is a kind of a cultural implication of encouraging this, and so staff are willing to do this at all times. And give employees a degree of ownership over new ideas. So when people come up with ideas, maybe encourage them to then implement those ideas, and maybe give them some time or some resource to actually go and make it happen. So again, that encourages people to think, actually, not only do I come up with the idea, but I also have an opportunity to actually make it happen, which is really good from an employee perspective. So the benefits of intrapreneurship, it can result in new innovation, new change, and hopefully help the business to grow. Maybe internally you identify ways that we can do things more efficiently. Costs may be reduced and profitability may therefore increase. However, the risk is some leaders may feel threatened by intrapreneurs. Okay, so again, whose issue is that? But it may be an issue for the leader, but it is a risk that might that situation might develop. Anticipation of trouble and effort involved in new ideas. So we kind of think actually we've got too much work on to bother with new ideas in a sense, and so that could start to impact on existing operations. People may feel embarrassed or cautious and reluctant to share ideas. So again, that's that trying to create the culture and the environment where people don't feel like that, but there's a risk that people may feel a little bit like that, and therefore the benefit of this system is